All right, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and a sincere salutation to the Akim pushing this truth and sincerity, bahasham, rawchaa, qadash. All right, and I'm doing a little lesson before I go into the plantation, and it's going to be based on Revelation, the 6th chapter. All right, and the reason why I'm doing this lesson is because I actually heard this guy. He was reciting these verses, all right, in a song, so it stuck with me when I heard it, you know what I mean? Because, we're coming upon a time, and you can see it, with, these guys shutting down the internet, with, that's just a test to see, what they're basically showing people that they're watching as well. They know that the YouTube is, the main platform where the truth is being spoken all across the world. So they're basically showing people, hey, hey, we got this YouTube thing. We're going to shut it down. We're going to make our move, So, we're not ignorant to Satan's devices, but really, the question is, man, who's going to stand in that day, man? That's the real question. All the creation waits for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High. So, we have to hope and pray and stay in this truth and stay spiritual, cut off the flesh, cut off every worldly thing so we'll be able to be more confident, be able to stand in that day, So, I'm going to go into this lesson, Lord, will it be edifying? This is the book of Psalms 130:3. See, because we've all sinned, man. We've even sinned in this truth. So we need to, make sure that we're doing the right thing, and every man knows, and his own conscience should be able to tell him whether he's doing enough or he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. I speak for myself. I know I could do more, and I know I could, be more confident and stand stronger. So I wanted to do this lesson, Lord, will it be edifying? This is Psalms 130:3. It says, if thou, Yahawah, shouldest mark iniquities, O Yahawah, who shall stand? Right. So if the Lord was to mark iniquities, man, who shall stand? And that's nobody, man. It says, if thou, Lord, shouldest mark iniquities, O Yahawah, who shall stand? And hey, man, if the Lord were to watch, as it says here in the Shamar, the Hebrew word,
H 8104. Shamer.
It says,
Shamer.
keep, guard, observe, give heed, to keep, have charge of, keep watch and ward, protect. Right. If the Lord was to watch, and observe you, and give heed to your iniquities, man, who would stand, man? And the answer is no one, man, for we all have fallen short to the kingdom, man. So it's through the blood of Yahawashi, right, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, who shed his blood for the elect, all right, and opened up, the minds of Jake to get this truth. If it wasn't for that, man, who shall stand, man? All right, so we need to be, remember that, and keep meekness and humbleness and stay more spiritual. That's something that, you have to fight every day to be more spiritual, man. And cut off the things of this flesh that please the body, because that what pleases the body wars against the spirit, man. If you're not in the spirit, the Lord, if you're not in the spirit, you're none of his, man. All right. It says, but there is forgiveness with thee that thou mayest be feared. Right. And that's what Yahawashi he came to give forgiveness to Israel for their sins. All right. So, if the Lord did mark iniquities, if he did watch out and give heed to everything that we did, who would stand, man? Because we have committed sins unto death. But, Yahawah sent his son Yahawashi to redeem Israel, man, and to bring them back from a state of darkness. And that's why we stand here today, all right, with this truth, proclaiming it on the YouTube, who people are getting offended and want to cut it off, man. All right. This is Psalm 76:7, because the Lord's coming back with a great wrath, man, and I'm going to go into it. This is Psalm 76:7. Thou, even thou, art to be feared, and who may stand in thy sight once thou art angry? Right, man. Who's going to be able to stand once the Lord's angry? That's why we have to make sure we're doing everything all right, and in our in our spiritual willpower, all right, to be able to stand in that day, man, because the Lord, when he's angry, man, the Lord, when the Lord's coming back, he's not going to meet the world as a man. He came on a lamb, humbly, 2,000 years ago. But when the Lord comes back, man, he's coming with a fierce wrath, man. The scriptures say the slain of the Lord shall be many. All right. So this is the book of Revelation 6. And it says, 15, and the kings of the earth and the great men and the rich men and the chief captains and the mighty men and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. And see, that's what the Lord's coming with, such a great wrath, that the kings of the earth, the great men, rich men, chief captains, the mighty men, all right, soldiers, all right, armies, all right, rich men, the Rothschilds, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the Warsburgs, the Oppenheimers, all these rich elites, man, and all these people who run this world, man, they're gonna, it's gonna say, it says, and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. So everyone's gonna hide, man, in that day, man. The wicked are gonna hide, man, because they're not, they don't want the Lord to come back and take them out of their comfort zone, out of this wicked devil's playground, man, that the earth has become. It says, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. Right. So they're going to want to go into the caves. All right. They're going to want to be sheltered and covered. And they're going to they're going to try to hide in every single place, man. They're going to run to the deserts and flee and try to go up into space and try to go into islands and trying to go underneath the earth into bunkers and all kinds of shit. But, you're not going to be hid from the face of Yahawashi, man. This is for the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Right. The great day of his wrath is come. So when the Lord comes, it's going to be a great day of wrath, man. And who's going to be able to stand? But the righteous. All right. So this is Ephesians 6. Yeah, this was on my spirit, man. When I heard that in Revelation, that Revelation 6, man, I heard it in a song. I was like, man, that's true. Who's going to be able to stand, man? This is, Ephesians 6 and 13, and y'all brothers are familiar with this, but I'm gonna just bring these two verses out, for the lack of time. It says Ephesians 6 and 13, it says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, right? Praying, fasting, faith, studying, going back into our old culture, the whole armor, everything that's embodied in the scriptures, and don't just hear, but, don't be a hearer, but a doer of the word, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand, right? Having done all to stand, man. All, doing everything in your power to stand. It says, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, right? Let's look up that word stand.
Strong's G 2476. Histe me. Histe me.
Right. Stand therefore, having your loins girded about with truth. It says stop, stand still, immovable, and stand firm. So be firm in this truth, man. All right. Immovable. It says to stand, to continue safe and sound, stand unharmed, to stand ready or prepared. Right. You have to be ready and prepared for that day, man. That day don't come upon you unawares, that you be ready and you be watching. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say, blessed is he who watcheth at the gates daily, to be steadfast, to be of a steadfast mind, of quality of one who does not hesitate, does not waver, right? So we have to stand, ready, not hesitant, but, not doubting, but, stand firmly in that day, man, because, these people they're not going to be able to stand in that day, man. The scriptures tell you that. That's what they base the scripture on, Revelation 6. So I'm going to run it back. Revelation 6 and 15. And the kings of the earth and the great men and the rich men and the chief captains and the mighty men and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and to the rocks, fall on us, hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. Right. So, hey, those who are not prepared and who are not ready, hey, they're gonna hide, man. They're gonna run, but you can't run from Yahawashi, man. So you have to be prepared to be able to stand, and having done everything to stand, in this truth, honestly, sincerely, you know. I speak for myself first and foremost. This is something that I pray for, you know. I know brothers pray for it. I know we're all striving for the same penny, you know what I'm saying? So we got to get rid of things that are not needful to the body, you know, things that are not productive, you know what I mean? And that's all fleshly and carnal things. And the scriptures speak about those things, man, in the book of Galatians. All right, the 5th chapter, I believe. Okay, so, you know, for the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Shalom.